Masking? How? Let's learn it together in Davinci Resolve. Masking hides or reveals parts of your video. That's it. Why would you use a mask? Let's say you want to make an object disappear. So for example, in this top clip, my hand going through this pole. I'm gonna play that normally. And my hand's going through, passing by the pole, and it's appearing on the other side. But let's just say, once my hand crosses through this pole, it's going to disappear. That's when you would use a mask. In order to do that, you would need another clip that has your same footage background but without your hand. Because basically what you'll be doing is, let me turn this clip off. When you use a mask, it's basically, I'm going to have the top clip play on the left side, which will be my hand. And then when I apply a mask, it's going to play this bottom clip where there's no hand. So once my hand crosses through here, which will be this top clip here, the mask will be revealing this bottom clip down here, which will give that illusion. Let's turn this back on. I'm actually going to move this to the front again and go down to color to access the mask. And you want to make sure you're under window. This is where the masks are. And you can see there's square, circle, a line, pencil, and this little box thingy here. That I'm not too sure which is. For this example, we're going to use square. So, grab the square mask. So this is your square mask. So basically anything within this box will be the mask, hence our bottom clip. And I want to expand it just so it covers the entire frame that we want masked. Because let's say for example, if my hand goes through here, but the top part is not part of the mask, the top part of my hand will go through. Or not go through, will be visible. So I'm gonna expand it all the way to the top. And then same exact reason why I'm expanding this all the way to the side, because my hand would disappear here, but if it goes and reaches this part, it will appear here again, ruining the illusion. So expand that out. So yep, there's our mask. And you can see the node, you can tell that I'm doing a mask. And to actually have the mask effect appear on your playhead, you would first add an alpha output. Connect this blue box from your node with your clip to the alpha output. Then there's your mask. Well, it actually showed it backwards as it masked this part, but I want this part masked. And to give you an example, let's actually play that first. Here we go, let's do it this way. Oh, there's an illusion. And to also give it an example of what it looks like on the timeline, I'm gonna let's say, yeah, disable this clip. No, this clip. There we go. You could tell this is where my mask is, but since I disabled that clip, this entire section is black. But if I turn on my clip again, it's gonna show the footage again, and it's gonna give the illusion. Yep. And that's how you mask to hide an object. Another way you could use a mask is, let's say you want to do a cool transition through a doorway. So we have my top clip here, which has a doorway, and this works with anything that has a door, a frame, or a gate that you could see go through. So we have that here. Basically, I'm just going to make the soccer ball appear on the other side. And this is moving footage, just to show you, playing it again. And I'm going to get the reason why I have it very fast. Go to color, add our mask. Let me fix this. Give me a few seconds. Let's invert this, and let's just play the mask first. So you could tell when I'm playing it, the mask stays in one place and it's not expanding throughout the whole entire frame when it's moving. In order to fix that, you'll have to keyframe it. To keyframe it, you want to just go down here, click corrector, that will start the keyframe. And you want to go through every frame, pressing down the directional buttons on your keyboard, and you just want to expand the keyframe. And I just want to add, this is the reason why I made it really fast, just so I don't have to do it for a whole bunch of different frames. Otherwise, it takes forever to do. That's why I have my footage fast forwarded. And there it is. So let's play that back from the beginning, and it's gonna be very fast. Yep. One more time. And show you on the timeline. And that's how you use a mask as a transition. Another way you could use a mask is, let's say you want to have a certain part of your footage have a cool effect. So let's say you have your footage down here, and let's say I just want to edit the sky. In order to just edit the sky only, I would just have to use a mask. So in order to do that, let's just duplicate our clip, grab it, and there it is. Now I'll apply a mask, and again, go to color. This time I'm going to click the pencil button so I could click exact points of where I want my mask to be. So here it is. Gonna start out the mask. So click a point to draw your mask. And then you might have to zoom in a bit just so you could get a better view of your exact points. So let's do that. So do here, go here, there. Almost done. And again, you have to close your mask. So make it go all the way outside the frame. There's our mask. And you can see our node. You can tell I just did the sky. And add another output. Connect that. And yep, there's our mask. And to test it out first, let's disable this clip. Yep, there it is. And let's just edit this part of our clip. So let's just add an effect just so it's straightforward. So let's put night vision. Yep, here's our scene. And yep, night vision in the sky. That's adding a cool effect with a mask. One thing I did want to go over too is when you mask, let's say, for example, how I didn't do these draw masks that well. Let me just show you what I mean. So you see how these little lines there? You can increase the softness, which is also known as the feathering. You go to soft 1 and you'll see what I mean. You can see it's kind of expanding. If you go all the way to 0, it's going to be like a hard part line. But if you increase it, it's going to go gradually extend out. And let's make this fit. And the same for inside too, inside and outside. Let's go back to the close-up. Anything inside, it's gonna make unexpanding the mask on the inside or feathering it within. And if you do outside, it's gonna expand the mask more outwards. And let's say I want my mask to actually move around in the frame later on in the clip. You would use transform and you have to use keyframes. Under transform, you see all these categories. I'm going to use size for this example. So let's keyframe here. I'm going to start here, keep it at size 50. And let's say that part of the clip, it's going to turn into size 60. And let's just go back here, near the beginning, not to the front. Let's change that to size 50. So let's play our clip from the beginning. And you can see the mask will move. Mask moves. Starting there and all the way to 60. Just play around with these configurations and transform to your liking. You can see what cool tricks you could do. That's masking Davinci Resolve. Learn with me and try it out. Subscribe for more learnings and what should I learn next. And if you want to learn more, watch this video.